man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Yeah, you got all. Oh, you trying to run a custom?
It's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Hey, when this battle royale come now?
All right, coach. EA Sports coverage of the national.
What? So y'all can be trashing that?
On the air. Today we've got an interesting week.
Madden. I've never lost a custom to you, Mom.
The Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25.
Didn't you lose the lead?
So here are the
Shut the fuck
Steelers
up.
to take over for the first time. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their
But I put up.
Jameis Winston.
And I'll bet right now,
Okay, and I put up 50 on
Stop
lead.
talking about shit that happened last year. This is a different team.
without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean,
Well,
No, you
damn.
put up. Why you study telling niggas you put up 69 against me? Stop telling niggas that. Stop telling niggas that before I come over there. Stop telling niggas that before I come over there. So what? 61. 61. It's not 69.
It's a loss of 4 on that
Who trying to give yourself an extra touchdown? Farming ass nigga. Line your ass off. Hey folks, you know I had the ball the whole third quarter.
Yeah.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Bro, that's how Madden set up. I wasn't worried about
Shot,
that.
but it's third down.
No, nigga, you didn't touch the ball.
I know. That's how Madden set up, bro. Like, with online shit, like, that shit happens every time. That's why kicking force is so important.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near
What?
midfield.
On 4th and 1?
And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They've moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jameis to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Winston. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Good block, Marcus Peters.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
So we doing this custom?
This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear
Jerry, you playing your game, right?
Yeah, I'm on my game now.
big part of it. And look at how early in the game.
Well, then we waiting for Jerry.
They block a kick, and not only does it
And they playing this game?
it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for
They
a first
played
point to the game.
disconnect.
Here's Ronald Jones.
Oh,
And we
yeah,
beat that
yeah,
nigga into a disconnection.
And he's gonna get a
Yeah, he
sack.
only had 3 points, I think.
Being brought
Hello?
down 2nd and right at a yard. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3
Yeah, I think he
touchdowns.
only got 3 points.
Crew like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old Coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
Come on, man. Hit that
All right, I'll
motherfucker.
look that up later. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. His guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean.
Oh, yeah.
Meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 9 now. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Off the play fake, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Third and long for Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. No score after 1 on EA Sports. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division.
Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Off play action. Herbert. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
50, plant. Right there. 61, matchbox, lights.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. It comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a give, right side. Jefferson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 70-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DJ Chark, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Callaway on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right here.
The final shot before break. Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff.
Another receiver.
We'll check on his status when we get back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackle there. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Herbert. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Okay.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped.
Bro, my receivers is falling out.
6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
On the double. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Stay with your man. X3, 218, ready?
Operating from the gun. Herbert, the open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Dislocated elbow.
Oh. Drive continues and the chains move again.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable here for Callaway. Uses the stiff arm. An excellent return that time. 26 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there on the first down play. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because
playing my Madden game. Trying to get out the way.
They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means
it was cool. It was definitely cool.
from being right back there.
A few people showed up. We sat there, talked, had a good time.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football.
He's real good, active. He's talking.
Number 4. Short yardage. Winston.
Good hit.
Lost the football, and it's picked up.
And both
this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. They've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Anybody else on it? Before they get off.
This will be taken to the back.
Lou was on. I don't know exactly where he at. Who else in here? I mean, to my knowledge, everybody else is on. I just don't know if they talking or not. Carlos just left.
Corey.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get
points. Yeah, that nigga sick.
Okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end.
I held the ball the whole third quarter.
What was the final score?
23-13.
Damn. So it was, you just held the ball, huh?
Here, second and 9 for the 26.
I ain't got time for that running and gunning shit. I need these there.
And this is Carter's catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And then get back on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking out of the gun, Winston. And Winston.
One. Oh, need that fumble.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him.
Oh, the pressure too great.
What time is y'all at home?
Down once more.
Got me.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never
I have no idea.
What time was it in? What time did they advance today?
I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw is Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They chop that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Winston. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game as the Ravens push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles. All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Again, it's Jones. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Look at me, zipper. Give me some.
They'll try the right side with Jones. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jones, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from a yard out as the Ravens push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, flag 25. Watch the slack, watch the slack.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now Winston. And able to find Kirk complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Winston. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jameis again. And man, it's Woods. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds.
I got 19
left
seconds
on
in
the
this
clock.
4th quarter.
Nah, and Justin still need to play there.
Winston of the offense with a first
and getting some winner.
And he's 6 of 7 now on this
Did he take that, or did he want to? I thought he wanted to play him.
To the air again with Winston. Nowhere to escape. And
we have to wait for Justin anyway.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution.